How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We have a Terran versus Zerg for you today on Knockout. This is a ladder game between our blue Terran, who is light, and he is spawned here on the bottom right. He is playing against our red Zerg, who is hero, who is spawned in the top right. So, as I've mentioned in a few recent casts, Zerg? That's a good one. Zerg versus Terran. Fast becoming my favorite match. Just particularly enjoying the aggressive dynamic that the meta has taken, with Terrans being really super aggressive, putting the Zergs under quite a lot of pressure, and just some of the more innovative builds and things that have been coming out. So we don't have the forward depot or the forward racks from light, which is interesting. In fact, based on the fact that his minerals are piling up, he may even be doing a command center first here. Let us see. That is going to be different. Just a standard 12 hatch here. No, it's not a 12 hatch. It's a 9 or maybe even a 10 hatch from hero. So that is a slight optimization from him as well. So yeah, these Korean pros, man, they always keeping you guessing. But yeah, it's been a really fun and busy week for me in Rabbitland. So it is Tuesday evening now after work, and I am in a week where my wife and daughter get citizenship. I am in the process of putting in an offer and trying to buy a house. First one, obviously, here in Australia. So yeah, just lots and lots of stuff on the go. Alright, so we're going in to do a mech build here by the looks of things. Nice little sort of wall in to protect against slings. And the Overlord now does see the SCV, but hasn't flown all the way in, so I presume Hero's going to scout him in some other way here. I'm not sure. So yeah, as I was saying, just a very busy week in Rabbitland, but a very excited one, and really hoping that we're able to buy a house. I live in a country where housing is ridiculously overpriced, and there's a lot of scarcity and shortages. So you never know if you show up at an auction how crazy the bidding is going to go. So yeah, man, I'm hoping that we have a good outcome. I just thought this evening I will fire up this game, and seeing that Light and Hero were playing, I felt pretty excited about doing this one this evening, even though it's been a long day of doing budgets and all these other fun things that I do for a living. I can always find the energy from time to time to fire up some good quality Broodwar games. So Sunken in play here to counter the incoming Vulture. We will be calling the action from now on. It's just been a pretty quiet start from both players. Lairs on the way, Spire, all the normal things in Zergland. Relying on the Sunken and the Sunken placement to protect him from any Vulture harassment. Has progressed to taking his command center, second factory, so probably some kind of timing. I don't think Terran would open with a build like this without some sort of timing being the plan. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see what Light does. I don't know the mech builds as well as I know the, SK Terran and some of the other marine medic based openings, +1, fast academy, fast stem, all those kinds of fun things. So this is definitely something different. So walling in here with a hatch, and I think it's just going to be mutas based on the banking up the gas. And the unit of choice from Light is going to be Goliaths. Is getting Charon boost, I think is the name of the upgrade for the missile range. Getting an eBay as well, armory, so it could be Valkyries as well. We'll keep an eye on whether we're going to make starport. We don't have a starport as of yet. We are getting an engineering bay, which could be some turrets to support our incoming Goliaths to defend against the muta pressure. 7 meters are in production, so we are going to get our first little bit of action in this game. Turret coming up, another turret here as well. So I think timing around this build from light has been very, very crisp. It's been nicely executed. Floating this eBay as well, it's just going to bug the AI out quite a bit. Sending out a few lings and we'll just tidy up this stray vulture eventually, even though he picks up a few lings for free. So with the map control that the Mulus afford him, Hero is going to go and take his third, probably the adjacent main, I would imagine. Or is he going to do it here? Okay, so he does it here. Mutas have arrived. We will clear the panel just so we get a nice view of the action. So Mutas and Goliaths doing their thing. We're hearing a few SCVs die here. I reckon he probably picked up 4 SCVs in exchange for a single Muta, so decent trade for sure. We're getting +1 weapons attack for our Goliaths as well. And I presume at a certain critical mass, we will see our Terran move out here. Just on 2 factories. Is bringing in a 3rd factory as well. So this is just a commitment to Goliaths. Another factory as well. Wow, it's a 5 factory, 2 base. Gotta call it a timing, really. It can't really be anything else. It's gotta be another hatch. So making 2 hatcheries here at this base. Predominantly using the vultures for scouting purposes. So what sort of critical mass have we got here? We've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 10 Goliaths. Good harassment play from Knight. I think picked up a big couple of drones for that. And here come the Goliaths. Lots of them. +1/+1 already. So it's kind of like a 1-1 Goliath timing. He's researching mines behind this, but I kind of have a feeling this is going to be pretty damn scary. Like, how do you stop this if you're Zerg? These mutas have kind of been run around a little bit. So for an Overlord. Potentially another one. This is so many Goliaths. Well, that hatch is going to disappear quick. Yeah, she cancels it. And I expect he's going to target down. The drones have been burrowed to try and save them, but I think he's going to target down these hatcheries. And I don't think Hero's going to be able to do all that much about it. Some reinforcing Goliaths on the way. Yeah, I just think total failure to respond from Hero here. He's going to see a very, very convincing win for our Terran. There we go. So these two played each other again on the same day. They had a rematch, and I will bring that rematch to you right now. Okay, well, you don't get this very often, but you get the same players on the same map They didn't spawn in the same place. This time Light spawned in the top right and Hero spawned in the top left, and also the colors swapped around, which is quite funny. I've done back-to-back series in the past and the colors have kind of always stayed the same. But for some reason this time Light is the player in red and Hero is the player in blue. This time Light's starting with the forward racks, which is much more common, particularly on knockouts, because you've got this dip here which makes pressuring really quite tricky from a harassment point of view, and kind of really makes this quite safe. So I expect a more conventional build from Light, and it's always nice to see these players showcasing different builds and things that they're doing. And this is I dare say, based on the timing, an overpull from Hero, so a little bit more gun shy this time in getting his hatchery out. And there we go. Overpull into hatch. Nobody has scouted the other players as of yet. Light is now sending out his scouting SCB. Hero does play in KCM from time to time, and I think also the odd Pro League. And the general sentiment around at the moment, day of recording by the way, is the 9th of December 2025. The sentiment at the moment is that he's really not at his best. He has been improving a little bit here and there, but has been, for the pros, considered a bit of an easy win of late, just lacking a bit of confidence and what have you. So that may reflect in his play. We'll have to see. I haven't done a Hero game in a very long time, so kind of curious to see how he bounces back or adjusts based on the previous game where he just got, clobbered, for lack of a better word. So perfect start for Light. Has the forward expansion going, depot wall, walling it up, plugging it nicely, getting his command center up and running. We should see the explosion of barracks and whatever it is that he wants to do as a follow-up to this. Hero has scouted this and quite aggressively got himself 3 hatcheries before lair, which you do not see very often. He's just mining his first gas now, so this is a build that you almost never see from Terrans. A delayed lair, 3 hatcheries, and then the 3rd hatchery on location. I think I said you never see this build from Terrans. Obviously I meant it's from Zergs, particularly pro Zergs. So it's going to be super interesting to see how Hero defends the onslaught from Light, and of course it depends on when Light scouts this, right? He's had his SCV in here, keeping an eye on things, but he would not have scouted the 3rd base yet. We will follow this SCV though for the time being, although we've missed a little bit of a lane run by, so we'll have to check this out first. Loses 3 SCVs here. Wow, that was very profitable for Hero. And here does go our scouting SCV to discover the space, so he has seen it and reacts almost immediately. 4 sets of lings on the way, lair on the way, and ling speed. That seems to be Hero's solution to deal with incoming marine pressure, and a sunken as well, which will not be up in time, but the ling should stall, although they are still quite a long way away. He's going to make a bunker to rush this hatchery, which makes a lot of sense. I don't know if this bunker is going to be up in time. If he can target down the SCV, that should buy him a lot of time. But just doesn't have enough marines yet. Doesn't have enough lings, excuse me, to deal with these marines. Okay, so marines in the bunker. That hatchery is pretty much history, I think. Okay, so the Zerglings do dive on this, and I think he's actually going to save this hatchery. Wow, Okay, so got a decent critical mass of links. I think light cancels that second bunker. And I don't know if taking another engagement here from Terran is the right call. What are we doing behind this? We have our Spire well on the way. A pretty good start here from Hero this time around. I don't think we're going to have a 10-minute squash this time around. Still moving out though, not running to relent. The Sunken is now coming up. A very good surround though by these lings. Fire bats have entered the fray. You don't see fire bats very often, but they're Jesus Christ. They are good against lings, shall we say. Sunken does get up though, so I think they should be able to fend off those remaining fire bats. Some more fire bats on the way. So we're seeing fire bats. This ling has run straight in the front door to scout the number of racks and to see the factory. So it does look like a tech progression of some kind from Light. And yeah, where are our mutas? They're on the way. 7 on the way. So we're going to get some muta harassment. I do not see any turrets or an eBay. Ah, there's the eBay, excuse me. Don't see any turrets as of yet. I'm pretty sure they'll be coming up soon. The mutas have shown themselves. And I think because the mutas have shown themselves, we will see some turrets made in response. There's one here. There's one here. Turrets do build pretty fast. So one here to protect the racks, and probably a couple going to come up here in the mineral line as well. So Light responds pretty well. Let's see if Hero can get any damage done with these mutas. Trying to go for the SCV picks. Does seem to be getting a fair few of them. We got 3 or 4 there, so that was nicely done. Didn't lose a meter. Decent trades. Alright, so we're getting a Hydra Den, we're getting an Evo Chamber, Queen's Nest. Really quick progression into Hive from Hero, and I think he's using his map control and his very fast third base to his advantage here. If he can take a 4th and really delay, potentially even deny Light's 3rd, I think that's going to be really good. Light is making tanks and vessels behind this, so it's going to be some sort of mix between SK, Terran plus tank, which is cool. It's fun to see something slightly different. Always enjoy infantry or bio in this match. I just think there's an element of control, and it's almost like just more visually a fun game to watch. That being said, the Valkyrie games as well are really quite cool. And I think if you can find a Valkyrie game to watch, it's very worthwhile. I cast a game of Scan where he plays Valkyries, and it's really something else to watch. The micro and all of the skill that's on display when these players play Valkyries. But here, playing with Marine Medic, mixing in tanks and vessels as well. Certainly plenty of action to be enjoyed. So we've got 4 racks, we're making vessels. Hero has done really well pinning Light down. Light's gonna have very tough time moving out on the map. So we should see potentially another base on the way, although Hero isn't doing that as of yet. He's researching lurkers, getting defilers. So he's using this map control as an opportunity to tech quite aggressively, so it hasn't really been droning too much, and that was a bit like not ideal. I think he lost a few meters there. Well, not the best control. So I think Light's going to come and pressure the space. Another Sunken coming up. Nidus as well to reinforce. Trying to slow the push down with these same 8 meters that he's been playing with for most of the game. Lurkers to enter the field now. I expect the radiates will be the main trick of the trade. Let's pick up the vessel. And wow, the meter play there to pick up that tank is incredibly good. Reinforcing lurkers coming through the Nidus, so it's going to be very helpful. I think the sunken is going to go down. More tanks. Let's kind of lose a lurker there fairly freely. Still trying to intercept here with these mutas, but these mutas are not going to scale. He does need to get his high tech out. You can see some more hydras being made to make some reinforcing lurkers. And this Nidus is really paying dividends. It's actually now flanked him. Also brilliantly chasing down that vessel with Scourge. Much better game from Hero here. Really responding to all of the threats from Light. Very proactively. Could probably think about taking a 4th base at this stage. Another Evo to get his double upgrades going. More lurkers to hold the ground. And I don't think Light can do much of anything anywhere here. These Niduses really are giving Hero so much flexibility. So is making a few more SCVs, presumably because he's got a command center on the way. He wants to land a new base. So Hero flying around, just checking what's cooking. Also expanding to a 4th base of his own, which I felt was probably on the cards for quite a while. Is he going to make this on location? Oh, the mutas just flew away. That was fun. Alright, so we have irradiated a lurker, and we are throwing up Dark Swarm as a defensive mechanism. Uh-oh. So chucks that under Dark Swarm. Gets all of his units out there actually with no real drama, which was good. Some Scourges being made. Trying to target down the vessel with the Scourges. Some Lings. I think they're Cracklings. Ultralist Cavern coming in, so we're going to get some Ultras in this game as well. Very interesting. He's set up a 3rd here, which is a mineral only, and then just decided to make a 4th almost back-to-back on location. So big transfer of units, SCVs, everything. I think Hero is sending a couple of Lings just to potentially just confirm what's happening here. Some Vultures are back on the field as well. And see these couple of pods of units all over the show here from Light, as well as this spotting science facility. It seems to have moved them all the way from one side of the map to the other. Again, he's got this perception that the most valuable target for Hero is this base. So a big congregation of units seems to be moving out there. I think it's predominantly to try and control the middle of the map, just to limit the movement of Hero and his units so that he can't really pressure this 4th base location. And using the Vultures to lay mines just to spot the movement of any meaningful army that Hero may move to try and pressure that position. So we do have no real engagements here, just Lings that have kind of tripped up all these mines. I think Light once again is expanding. I think this may potentially be a mistake. On the greed front, just probably taking too many bases at this stage. Hero really is building up a serious force behind this. He's got a big gas bank, which for Zerg is massively powerful. So yeah, well, time will tell if going for one too many bases too fast maybe our Terran's undoing. He's got 68 SCVs. Needs to put these SCVs to work here. Alright, quite a big strike force from our Terran. Question is now, is he just going to be posturing here to control the map? Lots of vultures. I think he's really using the spotting power of mines to his advantage here, which is working out very nicely. I'll just kill the spotted barracks. Lings are not the units you want to fight vultures, but lurkers will do okay. Of course, that mine tripping. Ah, that's funny, the lurker spawns kill the mine. Brilliant. Okay, so protecting this base with lurkers. A couple of dead mutas there. Dark Swarm plus lurker. Hard to break. So here I'm kind of using the philosophy, you know what, lings are free. Let me just keep sending them everywhere I can to harass. And that's kind of what he's doing. And the speed at which they attack really is quite something. And just sending pods of lings everywhere he can. Going to pick off most of his remaining vultures here as well. Not really much protecting here, so if he sends a few more waves of lings, likely potentially be in trouble in this bottom right corner. It does sense that, so he's sending down a big strike force to intercept any further attacks. He's got so many floating buildings, like his vision, if you just look at red here on the mini-map, his vision is insanely good. It's so creative to do this. It's almost worthwhile if your hero just to kill these spotter buildings. Ultras are on the field, by the way. Always fun. Entering the fray here with double Dark Swarm Ultra. Got a lot of mines. And that's the end of the Ultras. Another base coming up from Hero does spot this. Local spines. Does get in position here to probably deny the space without a problem. I expect Hero might hit cancel. He does. Chasing down as many vessels as he can. Gets a fair few of them, and the Ultras are going to tidy up all of these bio units, and suddenly Hero has scaled to that overwhelmingly scary point where 173 plays 140, and as much as you have all these SCVs, you're going to need to be able to fight head to head with a massive swarm. Oh my god, the queens have arrived. Look at the number of queens. I just want to see where they're going. We're going to have this big convergence of units here. Queens. Oop, spawn broodling. Oop, spawn broodling. Oop, spawn broodling. Beautifully done. Oh, and the noise it makes as well. It's so scary. Vultures versus vultures. It's a rhyme. Lings flying down here. As I said, there really isn't that much protecting here. It has added a tank on the high ground, and this is obviously quite a narrow choke, but Ultras do get up here. And yeah, I think Hero is just basically going to overwhelm Light. I think Light's had a really good start to this game. I think potentially expanded without putting enough pressure on Hero while Hero was getting to critical mass point. I think Hero had a very solid early game. Teched up really quickly, played really well with Defilers, used this Nidus Canal over here to reinforce in the early game, and that was massive. And yeah, just way too much Zerg power coming through here. So lost the first game quite convincingly and came back in the second and gave Light a really solid hiding. So that was a excellent little series. Unfortunately, we don't have a decider, but if you stuck with me this long and watched to the very end, I just want to say thank you very much. I'm Rabbit, a recreational caster who really enjoys the game of Brood War, and I'm here on a regular basis, so I'll see you again soon. Until next time, You take it easy.